Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, listeners. As Sir Joseph said, I'm here representing the Scientology volunteer ministers. This organization is supported by the International Association of Scientologists disaster relief efforts. And the volunteer ministers respond to disasters all over the world. It's all four corners, no matter what, no matter when, we're always ready to respond. And it's also a little more personal here. At my full-time job, when I'm not a volunteer, is I'm the port captain on the Freewinds cruise ship. The Freewinds cruise ship has its home in Curacao. It sails throughout the Caribbean and first called to the island of Dominica in 1991. So this is not just another disaster relief spot. This is something that's very personal to me. And it's very personal to the crew of the Freewinds and the passengers that have visited this beautiful island over the years. And our first visit here was in 1991 when the Freewinds called to the Cabritz at Portsmouth, the first cruise ship to call there. So we have quite a history here on the island. So, in fact, before I came to Dominica with the volunteer ministers, I was on St. Martin doing disaster relief. And that was brought about by a request of the Prime Minister of Curacao, again, the home port of the Freewinds, where the Prime Minister asked us to assist with evacuating 300 people from the island, as well as disaster relief. He wanted us to take the Freewinds there, which was not practical. However, we worked with the local airline, Insul Air, and got out the 300 people. And I led a 21-man relief team, and we were in the neighborhoods doing disaster relief there. And it was then, when Hurricane Maria came through Dominica, we actually cut our stay short in St. Martin to come here to assist. My first team arrived here on the 24th of October. It was a team of, I think it was 16 people, 3 Scientology volunteer ministers, and 13 personnel from a disaster relief organization from Colombia called CINAT, C-I-N-A-T. That's a disaster relief organization, again, that works around the world. They're skilled professionals. They have EMTs, they have civil engineers, whatever. And when we first got here, we managed to team up with the fire department and with the CNET people. They went out to the outer villages to do assessment of the damage done, what needs to be fixed, what's the status of the personnel. And those people being EMTs provided medical assistance when needed. And then as the CNET team started to withdraw, we brought more Scientology volunteer ministers in, and I had a team of 17 volunteer ministers here. And since then, we've been doing different projects. We've helped clean up St. Mary's Girls' School, where we cleaned up, put on tarps on the roof. For the past several days, we've been up in Font-Collet doing cleanup, and again, helping where we can, put tarps on roofs. That came about, we somehow met up with the mayor of Roseau, Mrs. Irene John, and she helped introduce us to some people and provided us with some transportation to truck the waste, the galvanized and the old lumber out of the neighborhoods so we could have some room to work, and that's ongoing. We also brought in our first container of relief supplies last week. On that container we had 1,000 tarps and also 10 pallets of fresh water, 4 chainsaws, and some hygiene kits to spread around the island. And of course that went to great use. I also have now 5 containers waiting to arrive. The ship was due in yesterday. It's just delayed because of the congestion in the port. There's a lot of materials coming in. And that ship should be here Friday or Saturday. I have 5 containers on that vessel. On board there are 3 containers of fresh water and 2 containers of general supplies that include 6 more chainsaws, baby food, baby supplies, canned food, oatmeal, bleach, soaps, some basics for the island that are very much needed. And as we continue to work here, we're making progress. There, as anyone knows, here on the island, or if you've seen any of the footage, there's a lot of work to be done, and we're very happy to be helping. And I couldn't think of a better job to be doing right now. And I want to thank the Prime Minister's office, the Prime Minister, Mr. Roosevelt Scarrett, and his office for actually inviting the Scientology volunteer ministers to the island to help out. And it's more than our pleasure to be here, like I said, and we'll continue to work. And anything we can do to help the island of Dominica, just ask, and we'll see what we can do to fulfill the request. So thank you for the time, and I appreciate being here.